Garraka from Ghostbusters, requested by Ken on Patreon. Didn't even know I missed this whole Ghostbuster movie revival thing. Frozen, what's this like? Frozen something? Looks cool. I'm going to probably watch this tonight. I didn't even know this existed, to be totally honest. So, when you're a dad, by the way, Ken is part of Team Dad now. Congratulations, Ken. I know I said this on Patreon already, but still, it's a hard job. Someone's got to do it. So let's go. Let's try and draw the face. So, big white devil horns, skinny weird ghost body. Interesting. Terrifying. Head is really small, so I have to zoom. Zoom sound effect. So eyes, looking down, right? So curve it like up and over. And then the bottom eyelid kind of there. Right, and they're like glowing blue, and the other one sort of over here, right? So I've seen the eyes sort of drawn in, like the actual iris drawn in, or you could leave them like white and glowing. So I'll draw them in so you have an option to do either one. So like a half circle, sort of looking down, you know, terrifyingly. So, extremely wrinkly character. So eyelid, and like, it's basically a zombie sort of. There's like black ooze coming out of the eyes, but that's done with kind of like a color, sort of when you're coloring. If you were, you know, it's like tears, but they're black. So then the eyebrow is real high up, like, so it's like screaming like crazy. So there's all these wrinkles. There is no eyebrow, but it's like the bone of the top of the brow, sort of just going there. Right, so try it on this side as well. So it's just like a bone. And there's all these sort of wrinkles on the head and everything. Yeah, and then sort of like lots of bags coming down the side of the nose and stuff like that, right? So like you can make it as wrinkly as you want, really. Skeleton-like nostrils. So basically like little sort of triangles here. And then there's like a bit of a ridge or something just around. Right, and then there's all like hanging down flesh and stuff, all like down from this. It starts like from the corner of the nose, kind of. It just comes down the face. But I guess we'll put in the mouth first. This like screaming open mouth. I can like imagine the scream. Proper ghoulish sort of. And then a bit of a top lip, but you know, it's basically just sort of stretched skin all here. So like all these just wrinkle lines and all this coming down the corner of the mouth and everything. Right, sort of that. And then like icicle like teeth, so like spiky, like real thin and rightio, and then tongue in the back. It's extremely dark back there, so I can't see where the tongue stops, but I'm kind of imagining it's here. Right, it'd be hard to colour in between the teeth, but it might be easier. Yeah, I would colour black there, but probably my teeth would disappear. Maybe I'll do this, and then I can, yeah, back of the throat sort of. And I can do like a darker skin tone or something back there. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, so we've got like, the chin in, and the jaw is like real bony then here as well. So like one of these type of things. And then it goes up. Again, there's lots of wrinkles on this, but we'll get the outline first. And then this is like sharp out here. There's all these wrinkles coming down it, like, and it's like connecting with his eye socket, you know, the orbital bone and all that. Right, so it's crazy wrinkly and stuff. And then the skull is teeny weeny, so like bumps around here somewhere. Right, and then we have like lots of wrinkles coming across here. Okay. Terrifying. Ear real low down because the head is tilted back, right? So the ear's usually like in line with eyebrows, but the head is like way far back. So your ear is lower down. I don't know, like, it looks weird, but that's literally where it is in the picture. And then like a letter J. Now, those devil horns. So they're real wide. They'll go the whole way out, I'd say. Yes. So, I guess we'll try and just get this bony structure. So it kind of goes that way. So like the top line seems to be spiky. So if I was to do it, I would probably add some spikes here first. Then it gets just generally bumpy. It kind of just goes, and it's because it has like armor and stuff, like all sorts. So it kind of goes that way, right? And then the bottom half comes out from the face here. Might be a spike or two here as well, but generally just rough. That way, right? So this like curls around on itself. So it'll go like kind of square end. And then around here. And then like if there's a spike here. So there's all detail in there, but we'll just get the other one sort of a similar shape, and then we'll try and make it look a bit more. It's kind of twisted around on itself, so we'll attempt to make that, get that effect. So we'll just go. So this kind of goes down. Okay. Up. So this kind of top line twists in around on itself, so it kind of disappears in there somewhere. Right. So it looks like we've got like ridges. So say like, so this sort of, yeah, I think this like splits and goes down this way. And then there's another one sort of roughly coming down here. And then this line like joins the top of that. So it's all like a twister sort of thing. And then there may be one more there, right? It's not the easiest thing to draw now, but there's all lines and details and stuff inside there. But I will just attempt to do this on this side as well. So again, this spike line goes this way, down, kind of disappears here, and then that's twisted. Twisted around the back or something, and then this one sort of goes along our top here. And then we have another down that way, and then another like that. Right. So all this then has texture, right? So it goes sort of around sort of bumping sort of around itself, kind of like this, right? So each one of these ridges is raised up. So to make this look like it's raised up, you want to go in the opposite direction when you go over it. So like you'll go down that way. See that? And it'll kind of like curve, you know, and it'll bump the other way then. Every time you hit a ridge. So say if I went just this way first. You know, and like, and we'll just do this everywhere, and we can get these kind of curved lines and dots and textures and everything all over. And as you get further out, the detail might diminish a little bit. Right, and then sort of on here as well. Okay. And let's try do this on the other side. Right, so that's probably as good as you're going to get with something like this. From me, anyway. I don't know why I say things sometimes. Anyway, it's like stream of consciousness on my YouTube channel. Let's try and do his body. I might actually, before I move on, just pencil in, maybe pencil these black. It's like dark gray, but it's got like hanging down here. I don't know if you can see that between the wrinkles. Okay, neck. Let's try. Very long, skinny. neck. Right, and like, I suppose neck would be like this kind of thing. Again, lots of wrinkles and everything on this too. Collarbones are quite high up, so there's not much musculature. You can kind of see the collarbones joining the shoulder even, you know, the shoulder bone, your AC joint. Right, and then this goes that way. Okay, so like this is like a bone that kind of comes out the shoulder. You know, it's like a spike. Like so. Torso, so we can see sort of chest, right? So like the center line for the chest is there, right? So it kind of comes in this way. And it's, I wouldn't say there's much muscle, but we can see sort of wrinkles kind of going that way. Okay, kind of like that, right? And just kind of like just all wrinkles and skin and all stuff coming across here. Right, and rib cage, sort of like bumping down here. And then you can literally see, like, you know, the bones and everything. Like that kind of stuff, all sort of visible. And then side body, and then hips. Belly button is like here. There's like a dress all down there, so if you've more room and you want the full figure, you know, feel free, add a page or I can only fit this in because the head would get tiny. If I went any smaller than that. So all wrinkles and stuff now on this. And you can texture it up as much as you'd like. But we'll add shoulder. Boom. And shoulder. Right, and then bicep, very long. Tricep, extremely long. Bit of an elbow. Forearm. Everything's like stretched, elongated. Some wrinkly skin. Okay. Garraka. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support on Patreon, Ken. See you in the next one. Bye.